Greetings, everybody. It is the Doctor, and welcome to Delta Rising expansion in Star Trek Online. It is the 14th of October, and I am recording this video after Delta Rising has been launched, and I have to say, this is a big expansion. There's a lot to look at, and we are going to get to that. Before we jump into all the new storyline content, which I've got to show you guys, because you will be amazed at what we actually have available to us in terms of mission content that I was not expecting. Before we get to that, let me just tell you what this video is about. This video is going to be just an introduction to the Delta Rising expansion. I'm going to go over what's new. We're going to look at some of the things that are new in this expansion so that you'll know that they are there and that you can explore yourself. And then we're going to do the little intro into Delta Rising that's going to take us into the Delta Quadrant itself. And then after that, after I finish this video, I will do a complete run through from level 50 to level 60 doing the new mission content. So, first note, I am only level 50. I have not done any new leveling yet, so this is just straight out of the box. What was previous in-game is now not in-game. We can continue leveling, which is something that I'm going to be excited about. But if you look here on your under Starfleet rewards, it tells you what rewards you get at each level. We are level 50, and now we're going to be able to go to level 51, where we begin earning our captain's specialization points. We are also going to get duty officers awarded to us. At 52, we get the Fleet Support Rank 3. At 53, there's no special perks. Once we get to 54, we get Strike Team 3 for Tactical, or Engineering Proficiency 3 for Engineering, or Scientific Aptitude 3 for Science. So we get our Tier 3 Vice Admiral ability. That is going to be really nice. At level 55, we change rank. We become a Starfleet Admiral. There's a Bridge Officer awarded. We're going to get more pips on our collar. Or no, maybe we get more pips. Yeah, because we only have 3 pips here. So we get our full 4 pips at 55. 56, there's nothing. And then at 57, we get our space ability that's unique to our Admiral. Either Tactical Fleet 2, Engineering Fleet 3, Tactical Fleet 3, Engineering Fleet 3, and Science Fleet 3. At level 57, and then at 58 and 59 nothing, and then level 60 we get to become Fleet Admiral, and we get a new trait slot, and I'm going to show you that, and we get more pips. So that is what we get leveling up to 60 now. So keep that in mind. A whole big part of this expansion is now we can go from level 50 to level 60. Don't forget that as you are playing the new content. It may seem a little difficult for you at level 50. And believe me, I did try one of the new STFs, the Borg Disconnected STF, and even on advanced mode, it was very difficult, and we failed it. And that's of course being level 50 with a tier 5 ship. So these new things can be difficult, so leveling up will definitely help us. So yeah, big thing there. Before we jump into all of that, let me reintroduce you to a character that you may not look familiar because he has gone, excuse me, I'm totally screwing up my words. He has undergone a complete overhaul. This is no other than Ensign Ricky. That's right, this is our beloved red shirt that I used as the Federation Let's Play playthrough for Star Trek Online. That was in fact my very first playthrough of Star Trek Online that I recorded for YouTube on the Federation side, and I used Ensign Ricky for that. He is a red shirt. In fact, I have a red shirt costume for him still, but I have updated his look because the way that it has gone with Ensign Ricky is that over the course of time since you last saw him in the playthrough, he has done a lot of battle. He is battle hardened. Ensign Ricky is no longer a red shirt. Ensign Ricky is a BA. This character knows his stuff. He's been through a lot. He's seen it all. And indeed, this follows the path that I have done with him, because I have worked with him over the course of time, updating him and getting him new gear and reputation and all that good stuff, so that I can have an up-to-date character to use for Delta Rising. So first of all, he has gone and grown himself a beard. That's right, he's got the full beard going on. In the past, he did not have that. He's gone a bit for the Riker look, trying to win the ladies with the beard. So that is our Ensign Ricky. He also got a little bit of an update on his hairstyle, now a little spiky. He still has his Borg prosthesis, because he is, of course, a liberated Borg, and that will not go away. Oh, and he's got a scar. A bit of a scar here. That's a mystery. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But he got a bit of a scar here doing some battle there. So he is hardened. He is awesome. And he has undergone uniform updates. I have spent a lot of time in the tailor recently updating all of his costumes. So his main costume, as you see right here, is the official Odyssey dress uniform. This is the one you can get from the from your fleet. It's the new Odyssey uniform. Very nice, up to date for 25th century Star Trek. He is wearing the operations mark there, so he's got the operations one. He's got his Vice Admiral collars on, or pips. He's using the Odyssey badge and Odyssey belt as well. Oh, and I even added this little kit here. This is it's actually a science kit, but I really like the look of it. It adds a little light to his arm. It just makes him look a little more unique. So this is our main costume that we will use to represent Ensign Ricky as an official Starfleet character, up to date, ready to go into battle for 25th century, ready to go into the Delta Quadrant, basically. But I do have other uniforms. Let's go through them because they're exciting. I've got our red shirt. This is the normal red shirt I had before, but I did update with the correct Vice Admiral markings on his costume, so he's the right level. But this is just a TOS uniform, basically red shirt, so we can run around in a red shirt if we need to do that. I've given him the full diplomat uniform as well, so that he can enjoy using this diplomat uniform. He is a full diplomatic rank 4. So that is one thing that I have worked on him since the end of our playthrough, is that I did make sure to get him up to rank 4 of the diplomatic in the duty officer system. This way he gets the full diplomatic abilities. He's an ambassador now. He gets the diplomatic uniform. He gets all the transwarp abilities. And also when we play missions that have diplomatic options, I'll have all the diplomatic options available to me now. So he's a full diplomat. I also gave him a formal outfit with a bit of hint at his red shirt lineage. It's got some red lines in there and a red bow tie, just to give us that hint of his lineage of being a red shirt. I also have, and I love this uniform, this one's probably my favorite, this is the Dyson uniform. This is from the Dyson, the Dyson fleet thing. the thing you go to for the Dyson stuff. Actually, that's the Fleet Spire. I forgot the name of it there for a second. The Fleet Spire is where you will find this. You go to the tailor and you can buy this in the store, and they have different variants of this, but I chose the long version of it, and he's colored in his engineering colors, because remember, he is an engineer. And I added these kit things to him, which are actually science kits, but I really like the look of it. Adds a bit of color to him, a bit of technology there. So I just added these pieces here. But yeah, the Dyson thing. Now the Dyson thing comes with sunglasses as well. There's a pair of sunglasses you can put on. Unfortunately, you can't have those at the same time that you have the Borg prosthesis. It's either or. You either have sunglasses or the Borg part. Since he's a liberated Borg and he can never get rid of that thing, I can't have the glasses on. I wish there was an option in the trailer just to equip the glasses, but they don't let you do that. It's part of the... They're all part of the same pull-down menu, so it's all the same option, so it just replaces it. Maybe one day. But anyway, I like this. I kind of outlined the gloves in the silver and the boots in silver to kind of make it look a little more mechanical, a little more futuristic. Very nice. I like this outfit a lot. I also have our regular Mako outfit. He does now have Mako and adapted Mako ground set from the Omega Reputation. This is the regular Omega costume, and then I also have Mako Operational, so it's a little bit different there, just a little bit of a different look. Mako Operational, and I also have the third one, Mako Striker. So this is the Striker version. This one's probably, I think, the best looking out of all of them. But I have that on him as well if he wants to go Mako. What else do I have? That is all. The rest are just things I have left over from other things. As I get more reputation gear and other costumes, then I will keep adding to him. I definitely want to get the new Delta Rising costume. Now again, before we jump into everything in Delta Rising, I do want to continue going through Ensign Ricky just to show you the updates that I have made to Ensign Ricky over the course of time, because I have updated him and we need to know what he's got and where we are before we can figure out where we're going. He is an engineer, remember, he is an engineer. This is the character I will be using for all of the Delta Rising videos. So we will concentrate on Ensign Ricky, and so that you know what he has, let me just show you. The kit I am using is a Romulan Engineering Kit, Fabrication Specialist Mark 12. This is from the Embassy, the Fleet Embassy. Now, there are newer kits available now, obviously. There's the kit frames and all the new kit modules you can add. But I haven't done that yet for Ensign Ricky. I do, however, absolutely love this kit a lot. This kit is packed with everything I would want on Ensign Ricky anyway. It's got Seeker Drone Fabrication 3, Quantum Mortar 3, Medical Generator 3, Turret Fabrication 4, and Quick Fix 2. So it has all the abilities I would want on an engineer anyway. I love the Fabrication Specialist kit, and this one has the better ability, especially that Turret Fabrication 4. That one is really nice. It's got like a plasma kind of turret thing. It's really nice, but I like this, so I'm gonna keep that kit for now. As for our body armor and shields, I am using adapted Mako armor, I am using adapted Mako shield, and then the adapted Mako phaser pulse wave. That way we get the 3-set bonus from that, which is adrenal booster, which you can target yourself, and basically that is more hit points. Also more melee damage if you want to do that. And then this set 3 bonus called Blood of the Warrior, where you get a 2.5% all damage and more critical chance and critical severity, which activates by itself. And then of course you have the integral frequency remodulation for fighting Borg. So that's the set I'm going to use right now. All of it's still Mark 12. None of it's been upgraded to Mark 13 or 14. It's all Mark 12. Even my weapons are still Mark 12. And as for my main weapon, I'm going to cycle between different ones. I've got an Alachi Crescent pistol, which I have not used yet, but I want to try it. I saw it and I was like, I want to try that out because I like the Voth pistol. The Voth anti-proton wide beam pistol. I really like that one, so I wanted to try the Alachi one and see what it's like. But I also have an Alachi Crescent rifle, and then a biomolecular phaser pulse wave, and also the regular Mako phaser battle rifle. And then again, all Mark 12, very rare. So I will switch between my weapons and see which one I like using the best on ground. I've cleared out my inventory, so it's ready to go. As for devices, I'm just going to keep the Borg Tribble. It does give us a damage resistance rating, so I'll continue to use that. I also have a polytrinic acid Horda. This is a combat pet, so I will use that for more combat as well. I've got my Shard of Possibilities for quantum duplicates, and the Ophidian Cane, which I love to use as well. So that's my main character. That's what he's going to use. That's what he's got going for him. As for my bridge officers, same as before. However, I do need to work on these. I do admit that my bridge officers are not up to par. So before I start the next run of leveling from 50 to 60, I need to spend a bit of time on the bridge officers. I really have not paid much attention to them, and that is unfortunate. As you can see, she's still using a Mark 11 rare energy dampening armor. Not even that good. At least she's using the phase shifted shield, but I really need to upgrade their body armor and shields. Yeah, they're all using the same thing, so I really need to upgrade them stuff. At least my Jem'Hadar has a full set going on. Yeah, I've got to work on my bridge officers. So I admit my bridge officers are not up to par yet, but I'm going to work on them. I guess they're not terrible, though. They still have some good weaponry, I think I've given them. Yeah, their weaponry is not bad, to be honest. But I do want to upgrade them a little bit if I can. Now, as for the traits, here's what's new in Delta Rising. We now have another trait slot that will be opened up at level 60. So remember, traits are very important for your character. Don't forget that you have space traits, you have ground traits, you have reputation traits, and then active reputation traits. And you want to make sure that you go in and put all these traits in there, else your character will not be that good. These traits really, really make or break a character. So this level 60 trait will open up at level 60, and I'll have another new trait. As for what I'm using now, I'm using Grace Under Fire because I'm an engineer, Warp Theorist, Techie, Accurate, that's my space stuff, and then for ground I'm using Neural Blast, Nanomolecular Architect, that's going to help my fabrications. It goes hand in hand with my fabrication specialist. Peak Health, it's going to give me more hit points for health, and then I'm trying out this new one I haven't used before called Shield Harmonic Resonance. It applies a 5% resistance to incoming energy damage when struck. Now this is also new for Delta Rising, Starship Traits. That's right, this will be a new trait, and as you can see there are no Starship Traits yet that I can use, but as they become available, or whenever I get them, I can slot them. So I'm looking forward to these Starship traits. I guess you need a tier 6 ship for that, is what I'm guessing. It doesn't say specifically here, but that's the way I take it, is you need a tier 6 ship for that stuff. Space reputation, this is obviously from the reputations. Let me just show you real quick. I am tier 5 in all reputations. I am tier 5 Counter Command, tier 5 Dyson, tier 5 New Romulus, tier 5 Nukara, and tier 5 Omega. Now that doesn't mean I have all the gear from all these reputations, but I spent the time in leveling them up to all to tier 5 so that if I needed gear from any of the reputations, the stores and the gear would be open and available to me as we go through this playthrough. Now the new one, Delta Alliance, is the new reputation, and we'll look at that in a second. Obviously I have not started that yet. Let's go back to the traits real quick. My space trait I'm using is Advanced Hull Reinforcement. I'm using Fortified Hull, Enhanced Shield Systems, and Auxiliary Power Configuration Defense for ground. I'm using Integrated Nanofibers. Indomitable, I am using Enhanced Personal Shield, and then Omega Weapon Proficiency for ground. My active reputations, I'm using Medical Nanite Cloud, Biomolecular Shield Generator, Refracting Tetrion Cascade, and Defiance. So those are all my traits. Now you know my character. Now let's go look at my ship, because a lot of people were asking, what ship are you going to use for Delta Rising? For Delta Rising, I am going to use the Dreadnought Cruiser. This is the Galaxy X, as other people call it. This is basically from that alternate timeline in Star Trek The Next Generation, the one where that Riker was a captain of. It has the phaser lance underneath it and the third nacelle. I'm using the updated skin on it. But this is what I will be using. It's a standard fare Starfleet ship. That way we kind of get a standard bog Starfleet ship for this run through. I'm going to be using phaser damage because it's a phaser lance. It all kind of ties into each other. Now here's a new part of Delta Rising, is this thing here. This is where you will upgrade your ship. Right now mine is a tier 5 ship. It's the normal tier 5 ship that you would get from the C-Store. I guess it's really tier 5.1 because C-Store ships are always like 0.1 better or whatever, but generally, technically, it's a tier 5 ship. But if you buy an upgrade requisition from the C-Store, you can upgrade this ship to tier 5U. It does not have a free upgrade, it is a C-Store ship. Now we can also view our stats here. However, the stats are not really reflective of the real results. See, it's not showing the actual results. You still need to beam into space to see what the real numbers are. Most of the real numbers anyway. Especially, yeah, the shield is way off. So these are not the real numbers. You still got to beam into space. And then now you have a loadouts tab. And this is where you can put new loadouts. You can buy new loadout slots. This ship can have up to 32 loadouts right now. So plenty of loadouts. You create a new slot, make new loadouts and stuff. I haven't used that feature yet, but now it's part of your part of the UI here. So it's a lot easier to find and use. And then you've got the upgrades thing here too. Now, one thing I've been contemplating is, should I upgrade this ship for our run through from level 50 to level 60? And I think I might want to. The reason being is I want to find out, you know, how that works, how leveling a ship works now from level 50 to 60, especially the tier 6 ships. You know, how you're going to be able to get those new traits, or how you're going to be able to do those captain specializations or the intelligence seeding and all that stuff. I want to figure that out just as much as you guys do. So I think to benefit us for the run, I think I am going to upgrade our Dreadnought cruiser here. I think what I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll purchase an upgrade, because I don't have the Zens right now to do it. How many Zens? I got 100 Zen. That's not enough. You need 700 to buy one tier 5U upgrade. But I think I'm going to do it so that our ship will level up with us, and we can, the whole strength and everything else, and that way I can go over what a tier 5 upgrade ship does, because I think I need to show that. I want to figure it out myself anyway. So this is a good ship to do it with, because it's a ship that I could see a character using for a very long time, a long-term ship. In fact, I used this ship for all of my work on Ensign Ricky, getting him up to this level. So I might as well upgrade it to tier 5U and go from there and see what else we can do with it. That'll open up more options for us that I can show you guys. So I think I will do that. But right now he is using Advanced Fleet Phaser Beam Arrays, and then a dual Phaser Beam Bank, and the Omega Torpedo, and the Kinetic Cutting Beam, and the console. So it's got the whole 3-piece Omega set. I am using the Adapted Mako Combat Impulse Engine and the Adapted Mako Shield because it has the highest shield capacity, but I went with the Solanae Deflector because that improves my ship hit points and resists shield drain and energy drain, and improves exotic damage a lot more than the Adapted Mako Deflector array did. Also, this improves accuracy of my weapons, so that was a good combination of kit there. Beams in the back. The unique ability of the ship is that it can support a cloaking device. So I do have a universal cloaking device on this ship that I have from another ship. I'm using my my fleet level neutronium alloy. It's going to increase my ship hit points and damage resistance, EPS of course. This is the universal antimatter spread. This is the one that comes with this ship. That's just going to give me the antimatter spread ability. I've got a shield capacity console, although I would like to have a Mark 12 very rare, or Mark 13 or 14 now I guess, but I don't have that yet. And then the saucer separation console as well, and because it's an actual set, I have a bonus from it, and the bonus is Enhanced Structural Systems. I get a +2 flight turn rate, and a +20 starship hull plating and resistance, and then armor reinforcement improves kinetic damage resistance. So that comes from having the antimatter spread and the saucer separation on the same ship. And I am using, of course, fleet level phaser damage boosters with added critical severity. And I went ahead and purchased the very expensive fleet level Hangar Elite Delta Flyers. These are the expensive ones, the ones that cost 100,000 fleet credits. But I went ahead and did that so that we can have the best Delta Flyers on this ship, since it has a hangar bay. So that is my loadout. Now you know what I will be using for Delta Rising. As far as stations, I do have, these are my stations. I'm just briefly go over that. Tactical Team 1, Torpedo High Yield 1, Beam Array, Fire at Will 2. Very engineering heavy ship. There's a lot of heals, direct energy modulation though. Reverse shield polarity, emergency power to shield 3, emergency power to weapon 3 for more DPS. Auxiliary power to the structural integrity field, Engineering Team 1, polarized hull. This is a very tanky Healy ship, and that's the way I built it. So that is my basic setup. That's what I will be using. This part is new for Delta Rising. Now let's look at the reputation. We got a lot to look through, so just bear with me. There's really, this video again is just to show you what's new in Delta Rising. So I will get to all the missions, the new missions, before, actually let's show you what the new missions are now, because you guys may not even know this exists. Go to your Hail menu, go to episodes, go to the Delta Quadrant, look at all these new missions. Escalation, that just introduces us to the Delta Quadrant. We have Mindscape, which is a whole mission. Reunion, Friends in Unlikely Places, Revelations, Enemies in All the Usual Places, the Kobali Front, With Friends Like These, All That Glitters, Know Your Enemies, Capture the Flag, The Dragon's Deceit, Alliances, Better With Friends, Revolution, Taking Care of Enemies, and Takedown. That's right, those are all brand new missions to level us from 50 to 60, and obviously if you were going to level a new character, just have more missions to do that. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that many missions. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 new missions. Holy crap, guys. 16 new missions. I bet you weren't expecting that. I sure wasn't. I am pleasantly surprised. This is definitely an expansion. Now that I have seen that they have given us 16 brand new missions, this is definitely an expansion. No question about it. It is worthy of that title. We got a lot of new missions for the Romulan expansion, and we're getting a lot of new missions for the Delta Rising. So this is definitely a good expansion. This is there, guys. This is what you do to level up now from 50 to 60, so don't miss that fact. And that is what my next series of videos are going to be on. After this intro, I am going to do, I guess, 16 videos of leveling from 50 to 60, and I'm going to play all of these new missions in a row. So prepare for 16 new videos from Mindscape through Takedown. And I will do a video for each mission, and we will level from 50 to 60, and we will level our starship as well, since I'm going to upgrade it to Tier 5U so that we can see that process. So that is important. Don't forget that that's there. That's how you level. And I didn't know that, and I'm glad that I looked there earlier because wow, was I surprised when I did. Now here is the new reputation that you're going to be able to earn marks for. Delta Alliance. And of course you've got all the way up to Tier 5. You slot your projects just like everything, just like everything else. They take 20 hours to complete. Here's the daily. You get 2,500 Alliance reputation per each one. So just like the other ones. I can't show you the store right now because I don't have it started yet, and I can't show you any of the other project or any of the other things you can get. However, we can look at what you get when you unlock each tier. Unlocking Tier 1 gives you Transwarp to Delta Quadrant, gives you a very rare purple Thoron-infused Polaron rifle ground weapon. You get common white intelligence modules. You get Experiment, very rare purple Delta Alliance Unimatrix personal shield for the ground set, and you get a very rare purple Console Universal Bioneural Gel Pack, which is part of an ordnance set. That's Tier 1. Tier 2, you get Thoron-infused Polaron assault ground weapons, uncommon green intelligence modules, very rare Delta Alliance deflector array, and a very rare neutronic torpedo launcher. So Polaron is the name of the game in this one. Polaron, Polaron, Polaron. Keep that in mind. At Tier 3, you're going to get purple Thoron-infused quantum projectile space weapons. You're going to get intelligence modules. You get very rare compression phaser rifle, very rare compression disruptor rifle, very rare Delta Alliance hyper-efficient engines, very rare engineering kit module, very rare science kit module, and very rare tactical kit module. Tier 4, you get Thoron-infused Polaron space beam weapons, Thoron-infused Polaron space cannon, and intelligence module. Very rare Delta Alliance trajector warp core, very rare Delta Alliance trajector singularity core, very rare advanced Thoron-infused Polaron beam array, very rare advanced Thoron-infused Polaron dual heavy cannons. And then at Tier 5, you get very rare purple Delta Alliance combat armor and very rare Delta Alliance Unimatrix shield arrays, part of the space set. So a lot of new stuff. I want all of it, but I don't have it yet. So I will have to, get the Delta marks to do that. And obviously that will also unlock these new passives that you can slot as traits. Armor penetration, physical conditioning, that's a run speed, that's interesting. Enhanced armor penetration, advanced engines, ooh, that's nice, look at that, plus 25% flight speed and flight turn rate. That'll be really good on escorts. Escort people are going to love that. That's a nice trait. Reactive healing accelerator, rending shots, reactive ship repairs, enhanced rending shots, and then an activatable power. This looks like a space ability. Enemies caught with their blast radius or hit by kinetic damage, in addition, have their shields temporarily disabled. Yep. So that is the new Delta Alliance reputation. Have fun with that, everybody. That's going to take a lot of earning marks. Now, what do you have to do? Which ones reward that? Let's find out. Do we have the new Delta on here? Special event, skill, gear, choice, fleet, Romulan, Omega, Borg, Nakara, Dyson, Voth, Undine, Isom. So they do not have a checkbox yet for Delta Alliance marks. So we don't know specifically which ones are just Delta Alliance marks. But I guess if you chose maybe a choice of marks, that one might show you which one. So if you do choice of marks, maybe these will give you the choice of marks. Specifically, for sure, the new ones will. Borg Disconnected, for example, and it is a choice of marks one, will give you Delta marks. I did it on one character, but we failed, and I only got 10 marks from it. So, yeah. Borg Disconnected, that's it, that's one. I don't know if the others will or not. I guess you can try them and find out. But that's the only new thing I see under choice of marks. I don't know what all the other new STFs are, to be honest with you. I have to go find them, but Borg Advanced for sure, that one's new. I'm trying to look through here and see if I see anything that looks new. Is Klingon Scout Force new, or is that old? I've never even played that. That's like the only new STF I see right there is Borg Disconnected. Interesting. Maybe more will be coming later, or maybe I'm just not looking at it right. I bet there's a lot of stuff probably on the Kobali homeworld that will get you Delta marks, but I haven't been there yet. So that's all new in Delta Rising. Also, don't forget you can click this help and support, which is flashing and driving me crazy right now, and click on what's new in Delta Rising, and you can read this if you're confused about what to do after Delta Rising. Level cap increase. I'm not going to read through all this. You can read through this yourself in game. We'll just skim this. Level cap increase. That will be the big thing. Exploring the Delta Quadrant is also there. Yeah, we need to look at the map. That's been updated too. Captain specialization trees. There's that, so we got to figure out how that works. Tier 6 starships. Starship mastery now to work in. Starship traits. Tier 5 starship upgrades. Now it does say here that Lockbox and Low-Buy starships and the veteran destroyers, Dyson, Breen, and Horizon event starships will all qualify for a free Tier 5U upgrade. So those ships are all going to get a free Tier 5U upgrade. I do have some of those ships, so I've got to check that out. But on Ensign Ricky, again, we're going to use the Dreadnought here, the Galaxy X. So it does not get a free Tier 5U update. Tier 6 ships have the Intelligence Bridge Officer Station. New queue events, okay, Bug Hunt, that's the other one. I don't know where you find it, though. I didn't see it there. And then the Battle of Corfez is also another one. Maybe it was there and I just didn't see it, but Bug Hunt and the Battle of Corfez, I need to figure out where those are. New difficulty levels, we talked about that in a news update. There's going to be the Advanced and now Elite levels. Kobali Adventure Zone, there's all that to explore. Delta Alliance Reputation, which we just looked at, and then the new upgrade system. By the way, now you can upgrade to Mark 14. So before you could only do Mark 13. Now you can go upgrade to Mark 14 gear. So all the way. And I have not used the upgrade system, so I don't know how that works either. But that is there. If you go to an item, like let's say this, and you right click, if you have an upgrade item option on it, then the item is upgradable. And when you click that, it tells you what it can become. Possible outcome is this. But it doesn't say that's not Mark 14, so it's only... maybe you have to get it to level 13 before you can get it to level 14. But it only says it's possible up to 13 right now, so I guess I have to upgrade it once and then upgrade it again. There's a dilithium cost, there's tech upgrades, accelerators, all kinds of things you have to add to this to make this work, which I have none of. But if you guys know how to use this, great. If you don't worry, neither do I. But that's the new upgrade system, so that's also part of Delta Rising. Don't forget that's there. If you're interested in that, what else do we have? Let's just go through here. Specializations. This is new, and I have not looked at this yet. So this is our new Intelligence Officer Specializations. I have no idea how this is going to work, honestly. Specializes in finding weaknesses in foes and remaining... Okay, that's great. Current points spent in intelligence, 0. Current bonus, nothing. Activate primary, and then these got locks here. I don't know what these locks are for. Oh, Tier 1 unlock. Access to more abilities. Tier 2, access to more abilities. So this tells you what you have access to from going up. Oh, I see. Okay. Then flank, but I don't know how you unlock these. I guess I have no specialization points to unlock these with. I guess you have to get past level 60 first for all this to unlock. But there's a lot of options here, that's for sure. So there you go, guys. More leveling for you to enjoy. Oh, that's just one of them, Intelligence Officer. Oh, there's one called Commando, too, and then one called Pilot. Wow. Well, there's a lot of options here. Well, we are not going to be bored at in-game, that's for sure. With these specializations, this really does expand in-game content past level 60. So once you get to level 60, that's not even the end of the game. You still got all this stuff to work on. Huzzah! That's going to be a lot of fun. And a lot of work. Alright, well, let's look at the Z store real quick, because this will show you some things that are available. You can buy the Delta Operations Pack for 12,500 Zen. Again, I got 100 Zen, so you don't see me buying it anytime soon. But this is the thing that comes with the Tier 6 ships and all that fun stuff that you can get. Is it worth the money? Probably not, but or maybe it is, I don't know. But it's there, and it's 12,500 Zen, and I'm not going to be able to buy that. What else can we buy? If you go to items, you will now find ship upgrade tokens. One token is 700 Zen. So to upgrade your ship to a Tier 5U ship, it'll cost 700 Zen. Or you can buy this token bundle, which is 2,000 Zen, and that includes 4 tokens to upgrade 4 ships. So that's some of the new items in the Zen store that you want to look at if you're interested in upgrading ships. Now, some ships will be upgradable for free, but it'll only be the lockbox or low-buy store ships, or the anniversary ships, or the veteran ships. So if your upgrade thing says that you can upgrade it without having to spend Zen, then that means that's a free update that you can do. But that'll just be dependent on what ship you have. This one is obviously not a free update. What else has changed? I heard that there are new options in the Tailor, that they have now done something here. What have they done? I think they've given us more slider options. Like if you go to body or whatever, or head even, you now have some more sliders that we didn't have before, like eyes depth maybe, or something here. There's supposed to be just some more sliders to give you more options to customize your character. So if you are looking at customizing your character or creating something different or new, look at the Tailor for some new options there, and I think you'll find them. Now, another thing I want to show you are the updates in the Exchange, because I like these updates that they've done here. They've finally given us some categories, some subcategories. I think it's the Exchange. Oh no, maybe it's the Z-Store. Wait a minute. Thinking of the wrong thing. Oh, wait a minute. It is also this. It's both. They added now epic quality, so you can search by epic quality, which are gold items. Ultra rare was there, but now there's epic. But really in the Z-Store, now they have things. If you go to ships, now look at this. You've got tier 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they've divided up the ships in the Z-Store a lot better. So you can look just at the tier 1 ships if you want to purchase them, tier 2. And this also helps us figure out which ones are tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So here are the new tier 6 ones. You've got the Alal Light Warbird Battle Cruiser, the Dauntless Experimental Class Science Vessel, the Eclipse Intel Cruiser, the Fett Intel Warbird. I like that one a lot. That looks really cool. The Guardian Cruiser, you guys know I want this ship really bad. That is a ship I will be wanting. But I'm going to wait till, I guess, level 60 to buy the ship. I'm going to get it, but I'm probably going to wait. I'm going to use a regular tier 5 ship first, so that we can see that process and how that works. Madhaw, Raptor, Phantom, Intel Escort, the Gib Intel, and the Screer Intel Science Vessel. So those are the new tier 6 ships. So I like this new categorizing, and it's like that on every tab. They've got boosts now on a separate thing. So this is really nice. Promotions, which is nothing there right now. Discount packs has its own place. So it's really nice. They've organized the Z-Store much better now. I like that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, again, the big thing here is just the new missions that are available under the Delta Quadrant. We'll go do those. Oh yeah, the map. They've updated the art. The map is now much better. As you can see, they have completely updated the art on the map, and it looks so much better. There's Earth Space Dock. It's got new icons. Iconian Gateway, Kronos there, Transwarp Gate, Solanae Dyson Sphere, and the Janolan Dyson Sphere is actually in the Delta Quadrant itself. I guess the Solanae Dyson Sphere is kind of beside it. But now we can see where the Delta Quadrant is in relation to the galaxy. It's going to be up here, and right now it's just this long strip. And it's in 2 different sectors. It's got the Solaran, actually 6 sectors, but two blocks. It's got the, I guess you would call this the, is that a V? The Ventati, yeah, the Ventati sector block, and the Takara sector block. So 2 sector blocks, and then 3 sectors in each block. You've got the Solaran sector, the Asuran sector, Kotaba sector, Devor sector, Marconia sector, and the Yuntaza sector. So keep that in mind. There's Turay, there's Hoods, Hodos, I mean, there's the Vodwar down here. There's Revos, I guess this is their little logo too. Nular, Nelshedden, New Talex is up here. The Void, there's the Void, that was in an episode of Voyager. The Janolan Dyson Sphere. This is Borg space up here. The whole Borg expanse, very large, takes up a big part of the space. Argala. The Necrid Expanse is way up here at the top. So it kind of puts into perspective where everything's located, and then you can look at this little thing here. It tells you where the Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta quadrants are. Here's a little strip for the Delta quadrant. So as you can see, even this one strip is just a tiny little piece of the Delta quadrant. Just a tiny little piece. All that is still there, and this tells you the Alpha quadrant and the Beta quadrant, and then of course the Gamma quadrant, which is empty right now. One day we'll get Gamma quadrant stuff, but much better maps now. I like that. That's really nice. So take a look at that. What else to show you? Not really sure. There's really nothing in space to show you. I guess at this point what I'm going to do is I'll pause the video right now, and I'm going to get me some Zens, and I will get a token, and we will do the upgrade process on a ship right now. We'll do it on our Galaxy X so that it is a Tier 5 U ship, and that way it'll be ready for our series of videos leveling up to level 60. So let me pause the video now, and I'll be right back.